Hey y'all, this is Deepvi. I'm here for my first video tutorial. This is actually a dramatic smoky eye look, and I've got the strangest inspiration for it. It's actually from my friend's dog. I was playing with Kaiya's ear once and I just flipped it and I thought, wow, it's such a beautiful color combination. She's a black lab, so it goes from pink to black. So this inspiration, because of the inspiration, I call this look Kaiya's ear. Call me weird, but it's fun. And if you want to see how I did this, please stay tuned. I'm going to first start with Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which helps keep your eyeshadow from creasing throughout the day. So just put very little on my eyelids. And it's a sheer color, so you don't have to worry about anything coming through or changing the color of your eyeshadow. In order to make the pink pop, because my skin is a little bit of a darker skin tone, I'm going to use, this is actually a sample from MAC of Fresco Rose paint pot. So I'm just going to put that on my lid and not go past the crease. The next color I'm going to use is a pale pink color by Makeup Forever, and it's number 112. And I will use a flat shader brush to apply this. Just put a little bit on there and then just pack it onto your eyelid. And also, in order to brighten this up a little bit more for me, I'm going to use Laura Mercier's Guava. And it is a sort of coral pink color with a little bit of a shimmer to it. Because it's a little bit paler, it'll also make the pink pop on my eyelid as well. And I'm just using the other side of this brush that I had used earlier. Now I'm going to focus some more of this color right onto the center of my lid, because I know that's where the light is going to hit mostly, and this is where I want a little bit more of the pink to show. The next color I'm going to use is actually from a Lorac palette that I got at Sephora a couple of months ago. For you, I'm going to be using this color right here. It is a black base with an almost wine colored shimmer to it. And with these eyeshadows, you need to make sure that you tap it off the brush. I'm going to use a pencil brush at first to draw the outline of the shape that I want. There will be a lot of fallout if you don't shake it off the brush. And don't watch me closely, I'll show you the shape that I'm going. I'm kind of going with the natural shape of my eye, but bringing it up a little bit more. So kind of following from the line of my lower lid towards my eyebrow, going up about this far just to pass the crease a little bit, and then bringing it over a little bit above the crease and stopping right about there. Now this is just a guideline for me. I'm going to be using a crease brush to blend it out and fill the color in on there. I'm going to do the same to the other side. This one seems to go a bit higher, but I can fix that when I blend the eyeshadow. I also have a tendency to raise my eyebrows, so you'll notice that a lot of the times my eyebrows are not even, because it's just habit now for me to go like this. I'm going to use this crease brush, which I got from Sephora, and I really like it. I'm putting a little bit more onto this brush, okay, and then again tapping off the excess to reduce the amount of fallout eyeshadow that would fall here, especially if you've done your makeup already, your foundation. And as you can see, I'm just filling in, and then I'm gonna just make sure I get the right shading in that I want on the lower part of the lid, and then I'll blend it out later. One other thing that I like to do is bring a little bit of the shadow in along the lash line, so I think I'm going to do that right now just to make it a little bit more defined. So you just bring it up at an angle from your lash line. Let's see. Relax the eyebrows. This is a real problem, the raised eyebrow for me. Now I need a little bit of a stiffer brush. It's the 217 brush. I'm going to use that right now and just blend up this color a bit upwards and make that line not as harsh as it is. Again, I'm just using circular motions to bring it out. Compare this eye with that eye, you'll see that this is a lot more faded and more of a gradient into my natural skin tone. I think I like that. I'm just going to add a little bit more black into my crease using the same brush just to make it a little bit more dramatic. Now you need to use a clean brush for the next step that I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a flesh toned color for me, which is Buck. Is using a flesh tone color against an edge that you've already made will in a way almost erase some of the lines if you feel like it's too much, and it'll blend it out a little more. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the highlight color in, and I'll just use this same brush that I used with Buck. Now I'm going to use Virgin from the Urban Decay Naked Palette just under my eyelid, and of course putting the highlight under, sorry, not eyelid, eyebrow, bringing that color under the eyebrow to highlight it will really help define the shape of your brows. I'm also going to put this color into the inner corner of my eye to make my eyes pop a little bit more, and I'm going to drag it a little bit underneath and just blend that in nicely. Next, I want to bring this black color again. Sorry, I'm having issues right here. Just a little bit right on the tip of my pencil brush. And I'm going to just line right under my lower lash line. And be really careful because there may be a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to use a little bit of tissue. Just right under the eye. And you kind of want to work it right into where the color starts on the lower, oh sorry, on the upper lid. Bring it in. See, it makes it a little bit more dramatic. Another thing I do is I rest my pinky on my cheek just to act as a little bit of an anchor. To add a little bit more drama to this look, I am going to use a black eyeliner. Now, I've got two, and both are excellent. This one is Smolder by MAC. It's an eye kohl, and there's a lot of payoff with this. It's very soft, and you can get it really black in there. So I'm going to put it on my lower waterline as well as up here, which will actually make definitely your lashes look a lot more thicker, and it brings a lot more drama into the eyes. So we'll start with this, gently pull it down, don't be too rough with it. I'm just going to look into the camera right now. Okay, and then putting it on the upper lash line is a little bit tricky. What I do is I get it right in there, start in the corner, and I close my eye. This may look a little gross, and just glide it along a couple times. All right, awesome. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply my liquid liner. It's Revlon Color Stay in Blackest Black, and I love it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to make it so that it's thin on the outside, work it out a little bit thicker, and then wing it out on the end. Go ahead and start. If you want me to do a tutorial on how I put my liquid liner on, I have no problem doing that. So just going to start here. And I try to make it thin on the near the tear duct area. And bring it out thicker by the time it gets to right around the pupil. See what I'm doing? I'm going up above my lash line where I was very close here. I'm going up above it. I'll fill it in later. I just want the general shape. And what I do is when I wing it out, to add a little bit more. When I wing it out, I do it from the top. I know a lot of people do it from the bottom. I do it from the top. I'm going to stop right there. And then what I do is I take it from the lash line, try to follow the shape of the lower lid, and I bring it and meet it out at the end and wing it a little more. You can see that. And fill it in. Awesome. I think it looks the same. Victory. Okay, so the next step for me is something that I don't always do. My lashes are a little bit curl pretty easily, so I don't usually curl my lashes. I look down when I try to fit all my lashes in, and I just push, pulse twice, let go, bring it up, pulse twice, pull the curler out a little bit more, and pulse 2 more times. So I go right close to the lash line, bring it to the middle, and then bring it to the end, and then my lashes curl. Okay, and I'll apply my mascara. This is very black in CoverGirl's Lash Blast Fusion. I love this mascara. Okay, so what I do is I generally put 2 or 3 coats, and when I apply my mascara, I go in a side-to-side motion, but I blink at the same time, and I try to pull it in pretty with a lot, not roughly, but I use a little bit of force because my eyelashes curl pretty well, and I find that blinking and pulling it through at the same time helps that curl a little bit more. Okay, now what I do with my lower lashes is after I've applied to my upper lashes, I will not dip it one more time. I'll just lightly go on the ends of the lashes and brush it across. You can't even really tell a difference. I think for me what it does really is it just defines them a little bit. So that's for the eye look. Now what I'm going to do for the cheeks is I'm going to use a very pale color because the eyeshadow is so dramatic. I will be using this color, which is Blush Baby, I think, from MAC. I just take both sides and I dip it a couple times. Sorry, wrong side. And then I tap off any excess that I may have. And find my cheekbone, it's right here. So I just go like this. Go like that, and then I blend it in. I keep staring at myself and not at the camera. Sorry about that if it's bugging anybody. Another thing that I like to do is I like that little dewy glow. So what I've been using is the Baked Bronzer by Urban Decay. And the color for me, I believe, is Gilded. And you dust it on lightly. You can't even see it here. It just gives a nice little dewy glow to your cheekbones. I like it. I generally, with dramatic looks, just use a nude lip gloss. So I've got NARS Oasis here. Okay, and that's it for my first tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you'll join me for more. Please don't hesitate to send requests, comments, or even subscribing to my channel. All right, take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.